Good morning, everybody, with the Ultimate Listing Machine. This is Greg Harrelson, and I just wanted to, apologize for the mishap yesterday on the call. I was on a flight. There were multiple delays, and I just could not get off the plane to get on this on the call. But I wanted to ask you a question, and that question is simple. What are you afraid of? What is it you're afraid of? Now, listen, I have coached a lot of real estate agents, not only in my office, but a lot of you don't know. I coached for Mike Ferry for a while. So I had a lot of clients all over the country. And I taught a lot of people how to call expireds, call listings, work their centers of influence, past clients, rent bows, you name it, circle prospecting. We really focused on developing agents into lead generating machines, listing machines. And I have found that in many cases, that what was stopping somebody from where they currently are right now and where they want to be is some sort of fear. But here's what's even more important that I discovered. The fear isn't real. It's a fear that we have, that we make up. It's the fear of what might happen. Not the fear of what we know is going to happen, not the fear of what has happened. We seem to get stuck because we have a fear of what might happen. And what I found in real estate is a lot of those, by the way, I call that we're hallucinating. We're hallucinating that something is happening. In the reality, it hasn't happened. We're not even in action to know whether or not it's going to happen or not. So what are you afraid of? Now, I will say a lot of agents that I've coached in the past, I've had to help them overcome the fear of call reluctance. And a lot of times that fear came from maybe when they were a kid, they were told by their parents, gosh, they don't like a telemarketer. And then they feel like, well, gosh, if I call people, I'm going to be a telemarketer and I don't want to be a telemarketer. Well, I'm not coaching you to be a telemarketer. I'm coaching you to serve the consumer at the highest level possible. These people are going to choose a real estate agent at some point. Why not allow them the opportunity to choose you? See, when you don't call an expired, when you don't call a for sale by owner, what you're really doing is you're robbing them of the opportunity to be served by a wonderful real estate professional like yourself. In a way, you're kind of being selfish. You're withholding the opportunity for them to work with somebody like you. So instead of being fearful that I'm actually going to be bothering somebody, I'm actually looking at it as I'm a contribution. This call to an expired in a FSBO today is my contribution to people that are trying to get a property sold. See, that's just a change. Now, do I have a fear of bothering people? Yes, I don't want to bother people. But do I have a fear of contributing people? The answer is no. So when we change the perception of what we're doing, when we change the perception of what we're doing, we can actually move forward. The other thing is I'm not sure what to say. I'm afraid I'm going to sound bad. You're probably not going to be perfect in what you say the first few times. But you weren't perfect the first time you tried to walk when you were a baby, when you were a toddler. But did you quit? Did that keep you from developing the skill sets of walking? No. Can you imagine if you've ever done anything, let's just say that you played football, basketball, volleyball, softball, whatever that is. Were you great at it the first time? No. The answer was no. Were you great at driving the first time? Were you great at eating the first time? No. When you were sitting in the high chair, you were slobbering all over yourself. Were you great at sneezing the first time? No, you sneezed all over the place. I don't know that there's many things that we've ever done that's been significant, like walking, eating, driving. I don't know there's anything that's so significant in life that we've done perfectly the first time. But we did not allow those fears to stop us. If we did, we would really be in a different place right now. So listen, don't have a fear. This is an opportunity of growth. If you're feeling kind of like, gosh, I don't know what to say, this is an opportunity for you to grow. What would you tell a child who had a fear? to get up and stand up and maybe talk in front of their class? Or what would you tell a child if they had a fear of getting up to the baseball plate the first time to swing the ball, or swing the bat at the ball? What would you tell them? How about this? How about we take this? How about we actually do the things that we would tell others to do when they're facing their fears? The other one is, well, you know, the fear of somebody saying something that, like, why were you not there? Why didn't you show my property already when it was listed before? You know, listen, I get it. They may say something like that. Or the FSBO, well, bring me some buyers. They may say something like that. But you've got to understand, they're not objecting to you. They're not rejecting you when they say things like that. What they're really doing is they're just being transparent, and they're speaking their mind. And a lot of times these expireds and FSBOs, they don't know any better. They don't know the difference that one agent can make in their lives. So they're just going to naturally it's almost like a reflex. They say these things as a reflex. You call them, well, why didn't you show the property for it? That was a reflex. That had nothing to do with you. That was a flinch. That had nothing to do with you. The FSBO, well, bring a buyer and I might work with you. That's a reflex. That's a flinch. They have no clue what else to say. They don't have a clue to say, well, you know, I'd be interested in talking with you in the event that you can net me more money, but I'd need you to show me how you could do it, not just tell me how you could do it. Now, if a for-sale owner said that to me, I'd be like, that is the best for-sale owner I could ever call. But no one taught the for-sale owner, no one gave them the script book. So they're just saying what they're saying based on reflex and flinching. And then what we do is we respond. Never respond to their reflex comments, to their flinches. Never respond. Stay on track. But you have to understand, it's not about you. They're not rejecting you. They don't know you. If we and the Ultimate Listing Machine, if we will just make sure that we come across sincere, we come across authentic, we communicate in a way with authority, we can be trusted, we build rapport. If you just do those things right there, I can promise you, you're going to get more business. My request of you is this: go out there, face your fears, make a few calls, and let's go set some appointments. This is why we're in the program, to set appointments and get some listings. I wish you all the best. Talk to you next week.